Welcome to day 107 of 1,350 days. Now today I have 3 sales to report, bringing the total to 1,204. Those sales, I'm assuming, are from my Amazon marketing, although I've shut down quite a few of my campaigns. When you use this marketing service, it's not just one it's one campaign you advertise on. You can launch like 20, 30, 40. You can launch as many as you want, basically, using different keywords on each campaign. You see how well some campaigns are doing, others maybe not so much. And as a result of that, I've cancelled a few of them. So I've only got about 8 running. They were the most successful ones, but for some reason that seems to have stalled my sales for the time being. But that's okay, because I'm rewriting my description, my product description for Escape the System, hoping that when I get people to my page, they then buy the book. I've noticed that I can draw people to the page, but my sales conversion rate once they come onto my Escape the System page on Amazon could be better. So I'm going to improve the description and see what impact that makes. Anyway, that's the sales side of things out of the way for this week. And last video on day 100, I said I would talk a little bit about why I write, because obviously I get on here every week talking about sales numbers, and the whole challenge is to get to 1 million sales, so it's very much numbers focused. But that's not really the reason why I do this, or the reason I've chosen this path, why I chose to write Escape the System, and now why I'm writing subsequently more and more books. That is much deeper. If I sell 1 million copies, then I know maybe half the people aren't going to even read it. So that's 500,000 people gone. Then maybe another 50 to 100,000 of that are not going to like the book, or are only going to read part of it. Then maybe you go down to another 200,000-300,000 people. They like it, but they're not blown away from it. Anyway, my idea was that when you drill down, when you sell 1 million copies of a book, there's probably only 10,000 people whose lives you're really going to touch and change in some way. But that's still a great amount. So I thought if I sell 1 million, there'll be 10,000 whose lives I have positively impacted in a lasting and long-term way. So for me, that's a huge motivator to write. But why write the particular books I write? Why Escape the System? Why is it so personal to me? Because it's a message, for me really, it's a message about possibilities. We spend our lives being told that so much is not possible. There's so much we can't do, which is out of our reach. You haven't got the talent to do this, or you haven't got the connections, or 101 different reasons as to why you might be discouraged from doing something. Reasons why you're told to play it safe and just follow the standard path, what I call the systems path. And I wanted to challenge that voice. I wanted to say, no, why aren't we exploring the other path, which is our own path? Why aren't we trying to forge a path for ourselves? Why do we have to listen to our parents, to the government, to the media, to religious leaders? Why do we have to listen to them when they tell us this isn't possible? Our teachers as well. I'd throw them in that category as well. Do they know the answer to life? Are they God? No, they're clearly not. They're just putting forth opinions. Often they're scared opinions. Well, I've noticed very clearly, not just for the research for the book, but you just look at history. History is made by people who don't accept the system, who, when they're told that life is a certain way, they challenge it and prove that no, it can actually work and operate in many different ways. So that's why I wrote the book. I wanted to take a shot at that, basically, take a shot at the people who say it can't be done and life is only one way. And I know that there are many, many people who don't feel that they fit into that one way. They don't fit in the mold, and it's really... one second. It's really limiting to think that you have to live your life that way. I remember feeling so trapped at university, thinking, oh man, I was the age of 20 and I was feeling like my life was over. The prospects of the future just didn't inspire me at all. I was being told this is how life is going to be, and I didn't want any part of it. So if you feel trapped, that's why I've written this book, to show you that you're not trapped and there is a way out. And for me, if I can reach and touch 10,000 people and make them realize that they're not trapped, encourage them to follow their dreams and then be successful, well, my life would be complete. That would be my life's mission done. I'd be happy. So that's the reason why I write my books. Escape the System is obviously the only one I've got available at the moment, but it's kind of the one I feel the most passionately about. We've got all the other books coming out in the future, and I am passionate about them, and they do discuss similar themes, but I think the first one's always going to be the most meaningful one to me. Anyway, so I've let you guys in on that story. Thanks for watching. I'll be back next week with day 114.